What it do?
What's good with you?
Cooking food, bro. Cooking food.
What's on the menu for today?
Turnip greens, neck bones, and mashed potatoes.
Boy, you got a country meal today.
Always.
I like that hat you got on too.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's
I thought you knew.
That's one of the very first ones.
I thought you knew.
What up? What up?
What's up with you, bro?
Not
Nothing, man. Chilling. How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Right. What you doing? You drive? You riding?
Yeah, man. I'm coming back from Colombia.
Ooh, man, it's your second trip up there, ain't it?
What you mean, second trip?
Yeah. Did you go up there before?
Yeah, I've been routinely going up there. Meet up with my homeboy. They're gonna discuss business and stuff like that.
Right. That's what's up. And it's been a pretty chill day. Pretty
Yeah,
chill day.
it's raining like crazy up there, ain't it?
It was. Me and my mom got out there a little earlier. And it's been off and on, man. I think it's gonna do this all the rest of this week.
Yeah, I know. When I left Charlotte, it was sunny outside, and now it's raining. So, not raining like a lot, but drizzling.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I want to say I'm glad, it's starting to cool down a little bit, but we don't never know how that's gonna go.
Not,
Right.
yeah,
Rain just make you human.
you talking that right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if you say the same tune in middle of December.
Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna hear nothing out of me in December.
All right. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing.
I promise you, you ain't gonna hear nothing out of me.
Okay. I don't want to
I'll
hear it's cold outside. I don't want to hear it. Because I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say, no, I don't want to hear that. No, it ain't cold outside. It's warm.
I'm a winter baby.
Yeah, I mean, you was born in the good old January. That's in the middle of winter, so.
Yep. Appreciate everybody coming in live. How y'all doing this evening?
Absolutely. You know, so let's have a conversation. We didn't do open talk Wednesday. You know, everybody had some stuff to do. Plus, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was actually asleep Wednesday. I was so daggone tired, so I was like, man, just forget it. We're gonna get right into the topic for the Sunday. I would like to say, but all three of us been preparing for this topic because it's gonna be kind of a little touchy. That I feel like, hopefully not, because I hope people see it from not only their point of view but our point of view as well. So we're gonna get right into it, man. Of course, you know this live always sponsored by King of My Way. My brother got that "Let's Have a Conversation" shirt on, King of My Way, as I do as well. JT got the King of My Way hat on, man. So let's go ahead and do it, man. Topic for today is COVID-19. COVID-19 has been, it's really taken over our lives the last 2 years. Everybody has dealt with it, a different way, as far as taking the vaccine, not getting the vaccine, having family members pass away, friends, all of that. So, bro, this was your topic, man. So, start us off.
All right, so pretty much, let me start off by saying that we're not doctors, we're not physicians, we're not none of that. We try to do research like you guys do research. Um, these are just personal opinions, so we don't want anybody to, feel some type of way because these type of topics tend to bring up that kind of behavior. So we just want to share our thoughts on it and how we feel about it, and we want you to do the same as well. Because I think when the time comes, we're either going to be sticking together on things or we're going to be divided and fall. So,
Absolutely.
like Bruh said, for the last, we've been dealing with this for the last 2 years. And we just seen businesses close down. You're not being able to hang out with your friends anywhere, curfews, all types of stuff, man. And we've seen it get pretty bad. I mean, it seemed like things were starting to get a little better. We're starting to see things pick back up, people being able to hang out in different spots and places now. But now that we're seeing that we're getting, different mutations.
Yeah, another variant. We've
Yeah.
heard Delta variant that come about. So, and then I don't know if it's another variant that's going around. I haven't heard much about it. Have y'all, any one of y'all heard another one other than the Delta variant?
I'm thinking they're all the same thing.
I've seen some about, don't, check behind it. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I've heard some about Lambda. I don't know if y'all heard of that.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
haven't heard.
I'll pull it up and look at it.
Say it's
But
two.
uh,
Nisha said it's two.
2 variants. What's
Yeah.
the we know Delta, but what's the other one?
Yeah, because that's the only variant I've heard about was the Delta.
And if people don't know too much about Delta, it's basically
Yeah,
a variant of severe towards coronavirus 2.
yeah,
SARS,
exactly.
close cousin SARS, SARS.
Which has really stopped the the opening of a lot of stuff. A lot of places have not necessarily in the Carolinas, but in California, a lot of places are requiring masks fully. Don't matter if you're vaccinated or not. They're requiring masks. Also, they have curfews as well in other states, and it's like they basically slowed the progress of opening outside back fully. So Nisha said Lambda.
Yeah, that's the one I was saying. So I pulled up some information, and it says
Nisha
that
got
it pretty much arrived in California. So the emerging Lambda variant has been popping up in the news as it spreads rapidly throughout South America. In California, at least 152 cases have been reported, the first as early as September 2020, according to the state public health official. Um, Experts say Lambda could be more infectious and resistant to vaccines than the original SARS, which is known as COVID-2 virus. But there is no evidence, at least so far, that it's as infectious as the Delta variant, in which we all know that the Delta variant is twice as transmissible as the original. Um, so, what is the Lambda variant? The Lambda variant is known as C.37, which was first reported in Peru about a year ago, now spreading across South America, according to the World Health Organization. Researchers say that its unique gene deletions and mutations signal that Lambda may be more infectious than the original wild type coronavirus and may be potentially resistant to current vaccines, although more studies are needed.
okay.
Uh,
Hold on, stop right there, bro. So, what from what you just told me is uh, this new variant is actually really not that new at all.
uh,
You
it
said
says,
it was a year. You said it was a year ago, right?
yeah, it was first reported in Peru about a year ago.
Okay, so it was basically in South America, and for last year, and it has made its way to the United States, California.
Yeah, there's a made
Okay,
it way.
got you. Okay, go ahead.
So researchers say its unique new gene deletions and mutations signal that the lambda may be more infectious than the original wild type. I'm just going back over this last verse. It may be potentially resistant to current vaccines, although more studies are needed. Because of those new genetic markers, the WHO in mid-June, World Health Organization, in mid-June declared Lambda a variant of interest. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has not yet done the same, in part because so few cases have been reported nationwide. So they're not really, I guess they're not too much worried about it because of so few cases.
Got you.
I think the focus is going to be the Delta, in which we
I
stated
mean,
with
have they said any fatalities towards that new variant?
Delta or Lambda.
Lambda.
From what I'm seeing here, no.
No.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Says while the World Health Organization considers Lambda a variant of interest, the CDC and California's Public Health Agency have not followed suit.
Got you.
Let's see. Has been more infectious. But they're just talking about the cases. It's not really stating any deaths.
Okay. Got you.
So I think the focus until Lambda can get loose and get out of control, I think the focus is going to be on Delta.
Delta variant. Got you.
Yeah. So
And let me ask you this: did it say why they call it Delta variant?
why do they call it that?
Yeah, why is it called the Delta variant?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's find out. Like COVID got a meaning. Um, what is it? CO.
COVID.
Well, I think it's COV for COVID. The I for infectious, and then the D for disease.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not really seeing anything
Okay.
behind why it's called Delta. But
JT, what's your thoughts on that so far?
I just think it's kind of odd all of a sudden. As soon as we started opening back up, started removing, the mask, all of a sudden we got new variants now. It just pops, it just boom, pops up. And it just don't feel right to me. It really doesn't feel right to me. I don't feel comfortable with it. And then they were saying 1 minute, you know, get the vaccine. They didn't trust it because it ain't been FDA approved. And
Yeah.
now they saying you have a choice. Okay, if I have a choice, then why are you forcing me? Because
Yeah.
you are putting me in a situation where I got to either I take it or I don't have access to I could lose my job.
Yeah.
I can't have access to stores.
Yep.
I can't do certain things. But at the same time, you already know that the vaccine, even if you take it or don't take it, you still can catch it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make no logical sense to me. I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't make no logical sense at all. Because if you telling me that this stuff will work, of course I'm gonna jump on it. But you still saying you can still catch it. That's just like, taking a flu shot. I can take the flu shot
And still catch your flu.
and still catch the flu, but I'm not being forced to take it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather trust my body. I'd rather trust my body than trust something that you're trying to feed to me. I
right.
mean, because the one thing I have faith in is the fact that, yes, God created my body to be able to fight off pretty much anything. And that's just a fact. He created our body to do what it does. Once it deals with it, once it catches it, you got an immune system. If you got a strong immune system, you should be able to fight it off. Your body
Yeah.
will adapt.
Yeah. You should be able to fight anything with a strong immune system.
But I just don't. I just don't trust what they're doing. I don't know what it is that they're doing or what they're trying to prove. It's like they trying to force you. They're putting you between a rock and a hard place. They
Yeah.
know people gonna want to go to work because they got to feed their family. So that means if you don't take it, then you know what I'm saying,
You're not gonna
you
be able to provide for your
you
family.
can't provide for your family. So it's like they forcing you to do it.
It is. I agree with you, man. And adding on to that, it does put you in between a rock and a hard space because it's like, no, they say it's mandated, but that doesn't mean it's law. So they're saying, so no, you don't have to do it. And if you do it, you're doing it at your own free will. But at the same time, it's like, if you don't do it, we're gonna make you wish you had done it.
Yeah, they're gonna start reaching in your pocket. Because from
Yeah,
my understanding is you're gonna start having on your job. From my understanding, they're supposed to be offering having your job force you to take it. Meaning, they're gonna offer it, they're gonna pay you to take it. But if you still don't take it, you're gonna be tested every time that you come in there. And
Yeah.
then being that those tests cost, they're gonna start digging into your check. They're gonna take it out of your money.
Yeah.
Get
And
well,
then
get well soon, Nisha. Get well soon. She says she battling COVID right now.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Get well,
what
Nish.
what type of symptoms have you had, Nisha, since you've had COVID, and how long have you had it?
and did she have any underlying health issues before that?
Like, yeah, it's upper respiratory problems or anything like that.
She said all of them.
You've had all the symptoms? Last Wednesday. Okay, so you ain't had it for almost a whole full week now.
So did she get the shot before?
Did you get the vaccine shot? She said she
So
always wore a mask.
she always wore a mask. So I've always felt this way about this. I always felt like the mask don't help. I
No,
always felt like it don't help. It's like
because
It's a
it's like
virus. It's a virus. It's small enough to go through that mask.
right,
I'm just
any
saying,
pores.
even if we did have to wear a mask, why not wear gloves also? Like, how's it that you wear a mask but not gloves? I mean, you touch everything.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
of course, wearing the mask will can make you touch your face even more because you're constantly adjusting, pulling up and down, touching different items, phones, keyboards.
And for the most part, when you think about it, most viruses have to run a course. It's just like in your house. If somebody in the house catches the flu or any kind of pneumonia or anything like that, which is a virus, in most cases, it runs its course. Once it runs its course, it's gone.
Yeah.
She said she couldn't walk the first 2 days.
So, man, I swear, man, something just don't feel right about the whole thing. And then you
This
feel
is
like I said,
this I kind of got like a plethora of questions that I want to ask to like people that actually took the virus, but I don't know if we have anybody on here that's actually taking the virus. So
vaccine.
I mean, my bad, vaccine.
They handing out viruses.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm doing like 4 things at one time. I meant vaccine. So I really want somebody to actually get on here that actually taking the vaccine and have had COVID at the same time. If I can,
That's gonna be a needle in a haystack right there.
no, not really, because I've heard a lot of cases of that happening.
Yeah, I
That
run into it all the time with guys that come in and out of Lowe's. A lot of guys say, "Man, I got the shot and I felt like crap." Ever since they got it. And then some
ever,
people,
ever since they got the COVID virus or the vaccine.
well, they didn't have COVID, but they got the vaccine, and then they said after they got the vaccine is when they started feeling like crap.
Okay, so they put the vaccine into their perfectly healthy body.
Yes. Presuming that they wasn't walking around with it already.
Got you.
And he said, I know someone that has had back issues ever since they got it. I can believe that. Man.
Because it's foreign. It don't belong there. And that's why I don't understand. It's a foreign body that is not supposed to be there. The moment something comes into your body that's not supposed to be there, your body goes onto attack mode and starts attacking it.
It does.
Naturally.
It does.
Naturally. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what your immune system does. But what a lot of people fail to realize is we're not eating as healthy as we should, because a lot of our food is processed like hell. So really, it's like we've already been conditioned to be weak
Yeah.
through the foods that we eat. That's the reason why I'm really picky about a lot of stuff that I eat. And you can't be too sure about nothing unless you buying it yourself and you reading the back of the bags, and you know,
You open the door?
when you go into the grocery store to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, and Nisha, right, a lot of it does come from food. Because like I said, I feel like what they've been doing is weakening you. They've been steady weakening you with the processed meat, the canned goods, and every damn thing that they give you. To the point, I mean, whoever thought that we would be at a point where you got to drink bottled water? I mean, think about it. I mean, when we was kids, I remember drinking out the damn water hose.
Yeah. Especially on them hot football days.
Right. And now we're at a point now where I feel like they have weakened us. And then, you know, they talk about vitamin D deficiency. A lot of us are suffering from it. And I'm like, how?
Yep.
And vitamin D is a very important thing that you need for your immune system.
Yep.
So
Those greens staying fresh in an aluminum can. Man, they coat. From my understanding, it's some kind of coating that they
and the
put in.
sodium.
Yeah, and that too.
That's the reason why when I do greens, most of my greens is frozen. It's frozen. If I can't get it fresh, I have to get it frozen.
Got to get it frozen. You know, and you know that makes sense too, Jermaine, because 36.5% of adults are obese, and another 32.5% of American adults are overweight. So more than 2/3 of adults in the United States are overweight or obese.
Mm.
And that's not healthy. And then you think about it, if you overweight your body and you ain't getting exercise, the most exercise most people get is just going to work.
Yeah.
That's it. Or either they say they ain't got time.
Yeah.
And they fail to realize you need exercise. That exercise helps your immune system. The running, the cardio, it keeps your blood moving. With your blood moving, you think about it, your blood moving and you're not sitting still, it helps your heart, it helps your breathing, it opens up passageways. And let's be honest about it. Everybody nowadays seems like everybody's smoking weed now.
Yep.
Anything outside of the body that's foreign is not good. It's not good. I don't knock people for the fact is if you smoke, that's your business. That's you. But when it's a regular thing, an everyday thing, it's taking a toll on your body regardless of what.
Yeah, regardless of what it is.
It's taking a toll on your body. And I don't want to hear nobody talking about weed is from the earth. The stuff you smoking is not from the earth. It's got chemicals and it's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Yep.
It's not homegrown. Homegrown stuff, that's what y'all call bullshit. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's what you call bullshit. That's the shit that my mom and them used to smoke. And it won't even get you high. It really wouldn't. For some of them, the stuff that you smoke, it won't even get them high.
Yep.
That kind of weed will not get them high. But the stuff that they smoke, it's got all kinds of chemicals and stuff that's mixed in it to give you the high that you want. But at the same damn time, you don't really know what it's really doing to your body inside because it's not natural.
Yeah,
Especially when you light
spray with those chemicals, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them is chemicals being sprayed on it.
Especially when you add fire to it, you change it.
Yeah, you change the whole makeup of it.
Yeah, the whole chemical and balance of it.
You don't know if it's breaking down your immune system. You don't know what it's really doing to you. You just know that you high. and you enjoying the high, you're not looking at the, you know, on the long end, what you are actually doing to your immune system, because I don't think nobody's really studying it. Or if they studying it, they are, you don't know where to go find that information from.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't knock nobody that smoke, but at the same time, you got to remember, you don't know what's happening to your body inside. So that's making you susceptible to a lot of damn shit that's out here.
Yeah.
You just, I mean, that's just being keeping it 100, keeping it real. And like I said, you look at the average person, most don't nobody exercise like talking about it. Ain't nobody running, ain't going to the gym and none of that. And everybody eat for taste. They ain't eating for health, they're eating for taste.
Mm-hmm. Drink for taste too.
Yeah. I used to be one of the ones that hated water. But now I force myself to drink it more than I normally would. So we're at a point now, I mean, think about it. People right now, it's like, what is people drinking? Red Bulls,
Soda,
any kind of damn energy
sugar,
drink.
straight
Energy drink.
sugar.
Because another reason why they having to drink them energy drinks is because they want to be wide open when they go to work.
It's a
And the
false
only
sense of
reason why
energy.
you're having to drink that, and the only reason why you having to drink that shit, because 9 times out of 10, your ass is overweight, and you become sluggish.
or you're not getting
You know,
your proper rest.
yeah,
So you're not
you're
getting
not getting
proper
enough
rest and
sleep.
then eat.
But a
Yeah,
lot of that,
you
the whole point of you
you
not getting proper rest is
get
part of
proper.
the reason why, you know, some people they stay on the go because they got so much they're trying to do, and they are not going to get proper rest. So that, like I said, motherfucker is working all the time. They're working all the time. They're not getting rest. Especially the women, they're not getting no real rest. You got the kids to worry about. Then you got to be at work. You get off work. You got to
Mm-hmm.
pick the kids up. Then you got to cook and feed the damn kids. And it's the same motherfucking thing every day in, day out. So you
They
ain't really getting the rest you need. And women need more rest than guys do.
Mm-hmm.
You need more. The women need more rest than men. Point blank. Men are designed to run off of less sleep. They designed to live off less sleep. We can do that. But for the most part, women need that rest.
Absolutely.
They need the rest. But they don't even realize what they're doing to themselves. Hell, ain't none of us knowing what we're doing ourselves. We so focused on go, 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 go. That's the reason why these motherfuckers feeding us shit, because we ain't got time to research nothing or look into anything because we always on the go.
Absolutely.
So like I said, it is, to me, is they feeding us shit and we just taking that word for it and just running with it.
Hey, look, you know, back in the day, they was I know we doing food lessons and shit, but we'll get back to it. I mean, this is a part of it. But you know, back in the day, they was putting fat in a lot of the foods, and the reason being was because fats hold seasoning real well.
Mm-hmm.
All these people was coming up with all this heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. And then once it started getting out of hand, the government stepped in and was like, "Hey, what's going on, man? The numbers are way too high for the heart attacks, strokes, and all this other stuff." So
That's
they
what they
got
say.
sick. They started lowering the fat content, and then they started raising the sugar up high. Everybody who was once addicted to the fat, the seasoning, and the fat is now addicted to sugar like a motherfucker. So they got us hooked, man, and it's doing way more harm than it is good. Um, it's just breaking us down and
But if you
leaving us.
think about it, why do you think they got rid of the average farmer? This started long before then. By
Mm-hmm.
them getting rid of farmers, they can control it. They control all of the food.
Mm-hmm.
They control all of the food. So therefore, you don't know where your food is really coming from. And part of the reason why they putting so much steroids and stuff like that in your beef and meat like that is because the population, you got so many people that live here. So they got to be able to feed people. So that's the reason why when you see them damn bulls, they big as hell. It's because they've been feeding them meat.
Yeah.
They ain't giving them the shit that they supposed to. It ain't natural.
No.
That's the reason why a damn full-grown chicken, it start out a chick today. By the end of the night, it's a full-grown damn chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They know what. Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I say when I get meat or beef, that's the reason why I talk to some guys that work that hunt. Give me some deer meat. It's the same damn thing you buy at the grocery store. The only difference is you got to soak it and you got to do certain things to prep it to get it right. I trust that. I mean, like I said, it's things have changed so much. You can't trust nothing that you get out the grocery store.
Not really.
You can't trust nothing that's coming out the grocery store because, like I said, they all, to me, I feel like all of them is in cahoots together.
And look,
Because,
what
like
about
I said,
apples and your things like your apples and stuff? How they like extra glossy and shiny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of that chemical wax on it to make it preserve it.
Yeah, to preserve that shit.
Grocery store. It's basically it's just a wax coating over it.
Yeah. So with the vaccine, now they're saying, you know, you need to get both shots, and then on top of that, you need to go back like an animal and get a booster shot. That's supposed to help keep it in effect longer. What, I think for up to a year or two, maybe.
But what I'm looking at is once they give you the shot, I would think your body would adapt and start to reproduce it itself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I'm like, what the hell is y'all doing? And then everybody's genetic makeup is different.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just, it ain't making sense.
And you know, not only that you have to get, you know, the 2 shots, but they were talking like that you have to get it, like you're gonna have to get it annually, like a flu shot.
Nisha, right? They using us as damn lab rats.
yeah. Man, my 34 years, bro, like, you offering me money, you know what I mean? I think Biden had it set to where you could leave your job and they would still pay you to go get the shot, and then the government's going to reimburse the employer
Something right about that.
But
you can't even get chemotherapy that way.
Yeah.
You can't even get chemo.
And you know, a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, that has cancer, they need that chemotherapy, you know what I'm saying, to live.
Right. Chemo, diabetes, you need insulin for that. You have to pay for that.
Yeah.
So why ain't you got to pay for this?
I'm in the business, man. Like, these people be having to pay a nice pretty penny. If they don't have like government assistance, they have to pay a nice pretty penny for insulin. You know what I'm saying? Insulin is not cheap.
The hospital's getting paid for negative tests. You know, I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said that his son was symptoms of COVID, and you know they went to the hospital, and it was a lot of people there, and they was like, damn, we got to wait through all these people, and they were going to wait, and they waited for a little bit, but they was just taking way too long, so they ended up getting up and they got his name and stuff. Right on the list and all that stuff and what was wrong with him. And then they waited, and then they waited, and they waited. And then he said finally they just left. So he said like 2 days later, he had gotten a piece of mail and was basically like, we're sorry to inform you, but you have been diagnosed with COVID, or you has COVID. And he was like, well, how in the hell is that? So he was like, he didn't even get called to the back. He didn't even get seen. He didn't have tests ran on him or anything. How did that happen?
See why I don't trust these motherfuckers, bro. I swear I don't.
Like, they cashing in,
I got a question though, because from what I've seen, reports. Every time that a hospital records of somebody getting the COVID-19 virus, they automatically got like 30 some $1,000 per um, per COVID-19 positive test. So if anytime somebody like passed away or something from COVID-19 and they labeled it as COVID-19, they were getting paid. The hospital itself was getting paid over 30 some thousand per patient.
Yeah, they was cashing in. They was getting
Um,
You know,
that.
the funny thing is, you know, before the whole COVID, you knew what people died of. People died of heart disease, heart attacks, cancer, all kinds of stuff, right?
Mm.
You notice you ain't heard none of those people dying of that, of anything else except COVID.
yeah, because they get paid. They get paid for it. They
It's
get
like
I mean, is anybody taking notice of that? Ain't nobody dying of nothing else.
I
It's
mean,
like it's only COVID.
I heard of a dude getting killed in a motorcycle accident
Oh, that
here, and they blame they deemed it as COVID, and the wife was furious, bro. She was furious. She was like, "Well, no damn COVID. He was in a motorcycle accident."
yeah,
right. But they're putting it on the death certificate, COVID.
yeah, because
Yeah,
they
Bruh,
get paid for that.
right. It's not making no sense, bro. It's not. That's
And
why I
then
say, man.
this is something that was recently brought to my attention. I wish that we could pull the video up so everybody could see it. But you can definitely look on the internet. This is from straight. It ain't from coming from me. It's straight from the horse's mouth.
okay.
We seen. I seen you, bro. You showed me the video. I think it was 2 days ago, where Joe Biden was saying before he was president. You said that, and it was multiple people in office saying that don't get the virus. We don't know what this virus. Don't get the vaccine. Excuse me. Don't get the vaccine. We don't know what this vaccine gonna do. This was all when Donald Trump was still president. Uh, we don't know exactly what this vaccine is gonna do. I wouldn't trust it. And
Yeah,
at least it's not to FDA approved and all of that.
right.
Um,
Yeah,
Now you see videos as President Biden is saying get the vaccine, um, as well as all the other ones they're saying get the vaccine now, and that is it's, if you don't get it you're not being safe towards your family and friends and all of that other stuff, and uh, you just need to be aware of not only for yourself but aware of your surroundings and stuff like that on getting this vaccine, and keep pressing the vaccine. Now that he's in office, but when he wasn't in office, he was telling us no, don't get it. Um, and I find that very odd as well. And
It's
then
weird.
and then of course the fact that it's still not FDA approved. I find that kind of odd as well. Um, not to say that what I'm saying that we want answers.
Right. He flip flopped.
You can't flip flop like that. We call that nowadays. We call that capping.
yeah.
Uh,
It's like, how does it
what changed?
yeah,
Yeah,
how does it from just because Trump was in office, the vaccine? I mean, yeah, the vaccine is horrible. To now Biden's in office, now you need to get it. It's great. We're going to pay you hundreds of dollars, gift cards, and all of this stuff. Right? What happened? What happened to the point that all that changed? To the point that it couldn't be trusted while one person was in office till now.
absolutely. Like that's what I find that very odd to me. That's I
Don't get me
mean,
wrong. I get it because I understand we trying to win presidency here.
yeah.
What changed to
I
the
mean,
point
yeah,
that they trust you and get
yeah.
They flip flop, flipping and shit.
it?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? All over that, flipping all over that place. Because if you sit back and think about it, He said out his own mouth, "Don't trust it."
Out of his
Da,
own.
da, 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 da.
We not
As soon as he got the seat, boom.
we're not putting no words into nobody's mouth. You can literally look these videos up.
Yes,
You
you
can
can
literally look
find it.
these up.
Right, and it's crazy as hell. But people have short memories. People have short memories and will forget. That's what was said. Came out his own mouth. Him, Harris, the governor of New York. I forgot who else was.
Hey, look, what did I send that video to you on?
It was from TikTok.
Yeah, it was
Because the
TikTok.
dude made a compilation of all of it.
So what I'm saying is, did I send it to a group chat with it? Because I mean I can pull it up.
I think you pull it up in messages. I think you sent it from messages, if I'm not mistaken. Like regular messages, our group chat.
Yeah.
So
I think
and it was crazy though. Because when I looked at it, I don't remember him saying that. I remember watching when he was running and they was talking about, because that was the one thing that won him the whole whatchamacallit, the presidency. That's how he won it.
Yeah.
Wanted to make show that he really cared about the people. If it's not FDA approved and it ain't been pushed through, I take this stuff and something happens to me because of this shot.
You full
Guess what?
You full liability.
Huh?
You're fully liability to yourself. Like you can't sue or anything like that.
Right. Because they already put that out there in the book. I don't think him becoming president is the reason he flip-flopped. Oh, yeah. Because he literally said it before then. He switched up.
Yeah, he definitely did switch up. You can look up the video. Yeah.
Yes, he switched up.
Yeah, the video it's on YouTube, so you can definitely see the videos before when he was running president, and then after when he was running presidency. The videos are up there. We're not going off of like any false information.
Right. These were his own words.
These are coming out of his own mouth. Words coming out of his own mouth.
She said as time went on, many people changed their mind as more info came out. So,
But it ain't been approved.
So let me ask you, so something we don't know, and we need to know. What changed?
Yeah.
Why did he say it and then turn around? Why did he say it before he's president and then wait until he was president to say, okay, you need to get it? What changed?
It was a quick turnaround. It was
real quick.
It was a quick turnaround. It wasn't like something that happened like 6 months later. It was real quick. So that's what we're trying to figure out here.
I think they playing off people's emotions.
I'm willing to bet that's what it is.
Playing off people's emotions. They're using the fact that, loved ones dying and this, that, and third. Ooh. Using it as a means to push you to take it. You take it and then you find out later that you still can catch it. You still can catch it even though you done took the vaccine and took both shots. You still can catch it.
Okay.
So it's like
you said more information came out about COVID. You said more information came out about COVID. Okay, COVID is not something that's brand new. COVID has been around for many, many, many years. It just hadn't been to this level of magnitude. Because if you look on Lysol cans, COVID-19 was actually on Lysol cans way before we was even talking about it.
I got that video.
You got the video. Change your screen over to it.
American public about taking the vaccine, and they should be. Trust the president and take his
I don't know if y'all can hear that.
and take a vaccine that might cause harm to us. If and when the vaccine comes, it's not likely to go through all the tests that needs to be done and trials that are needed to be done. Let's just say there's a vaccine that is approved and even distributed before the election. Would you get it? Well, I think that's going to be an issue for all of us. When we finally do, God willing, get a vaccine, who's going to take the shot? Who's going to take vaccine results so we can make our independent assessment to make sure that Donald Trump's fingerprints are not on it. You can be the first one to say, put me, sign me up. They now say it's okay because the vaccine is safe. Frankly, I'm not going to trust the federal government's opinion. And I wouldn't recommend to New Yorkers based on the federal government's opinion. And the question of whether it's real when it's there, that requires enormous transparency. Would you trust that vaccine? There's very little that we can trust that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth. We cannot take for granted this process will be free of political influence. I don't trust the president, and I don't trust the FDA. Donald Trump can't give answers, and the administration can't give answers to these questions. The American people should not have confidence. You're going to say to the American people now, here's a vaccine, it was new, it was done quickly, but trust this federal administration and their health administration that it's safe. I will say that I would not trust Donald Trump. How confident are you in the approval process of the FDA right now? How confident am I? I'm not that confident. Yes, I would be hesitant, but I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're going to need someone other than this FDA and this CDC saying it's safe. You've got to make all of it available to other experts across the nation so they can look and see. So there's consensus. This is a safe vaccine. What I'm worried about is that there's some sort of October surprise and that there is a pressure put on the decision makers here to announce the vaccine in October of 2020. We're going to put together our own.
That's the end of the video.
View the vaccine and the efficacy and the protocol. And if they say it's safe, then I'll go to the people of New York and I will say it's safe. But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
That was a mouthful right there.
Hey, appreciate that video, bro. And add to that too. I seen a video, bro. I believe you had brought this video to my attention. It was from George W. Bush, President Bush. I think this video was part of maybe like 15 years ago when he was actually still president, and he said that a pandemic was coming. He literally warned everyone that a pandemic was coming, and you need to be getting ready to prepare for it. This came out of Bush's mouth.
Then keep in mind, Obama had put in set up a pandemic fund. He had set it up, and
I remember.
Trump went in and dismantled it or something like that. I don't trust these folks, man. I just don't.
mean, and if you don't, like I said, like we're not trying to persuade anybody in any type of way whatsoever. We're just trying to give you some knowledge and understanding on what's going on, because these videos these. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. These videos, I mean, they're coming from these, high political people that, has a first hands-on knowledge of everything going on. And when, basically, like I was saying with the President Bush video clip, you can look that one up on YouTube if you don't believe us. It is there. It's very hard to find. I will say that. It is very hard to find because they've filtered it out a whole lot.
Yeah.
But it is still there. And he's basically he's warning you. And this was I think it was like 10, 15 years ago that he was saying that there is a pandemic coming and you need to be prepared. This came out of his mouth. Now, how would you know that? How would you know that type of information if you didn't know something was going, gonna go? Come on.
Somebody created it.
Hey, look,
somebody created it.
Back during that time too, they was talking about there was people had seen truckloads carrying a ton of coffins. um, right before this whole virus thing kicked off. So it was like, damn, did they know? You know, and which I'm probably pretty sure they did know that something was going on, something was in the works. But
But see,
I just found it odd that it was just truckloads of damn coffins,
you
being
can't
transported.
dismiss that, and you can't dismiss that. You can't dismiss um, Bill Gates them when they was talking about population control. You can't dismiss that.
I was just about
And
to. I was.
you can go to TED Talks and see that whole video that he did where
Yeah.
he was talking about population control.
Yeah, I was just about to get on that. Most all these billionaires like Bill Gates and what's his name? The CEO of Amazon. What's his name?
Oh, Elon Musk?
No. That's
No.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
You see
You
all these.
can't
You see all
some of that stuff. Go ahead.
billionaires. They're stepping down from their actual CEO positions from their billion-dollar companies, and they're taking a more hands-on approach to this pandemic. Why is that?
Some ain't making sense. Like I said, population control. Then you think about the debt that we in, and what is it that eats up most of the economy? Medicaid, Medicare.
Mm-hmm.
Old people living longer than they normally did.
Mm-hmm.
That's hurting them. So what better way than to do it under the radar?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Man, they
do it
had a
under the
movie
radar.
about it. They
Yeah,
had a
I
movie.
mean, movies a lot of those movies be giving you insight. You just looking at it as a movie, but then movies be telling you stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll look at you, oh man, that was just a movie. That's conspiracy. You can
Mm-hmm.
call it what you want, but something ain't making sense to me. It don't make no logical sense to me. That's
Hey,
the reason why I say I look
one,
at
one
everything.
plus one plus one in their sight is not equaling up to two.
Right. Like I said, you don't free up. You sit back and look at what everything that's going on. Man, keep giving out money. Ain't nobody working. Ain't nobody working nowhere. Dude said he went to Bojangles to get something to eat. The damn manager came out and said they had to close because they didn't have nobody there working. They steady giving out money because people don't want to come to work.
Mm-hmm.
The economy will shut down if ain't nobody going to work. They just spending money.
I give you another prime example, because I'm kind of like really starting to evolve into the stock market and stuff like that, and and then I seen before, basically 2 years ago, before the pandemic. I know people, their wealth grows, especially if you're doing well for yourself. Your wealth is going to grow every year. You know that tends to happen. But
Yeah.
when your income triple in the middle
Yeah.
of a pandemic, okay.
Right.
And I'll give you an example. Jeff Bezos was worth, I think it was like, I want to say 80 something billion before the pandemic. You know how much he's worth now?
Now, how much?
Over 200 billion now. Since
No.
since
Check this out though.
since
They
the,
said we now have $9 billion damn rich people right now. As right now, we have nine of them. We didn't have that many billionaires. We now have 9 of them.
Mhm.
How the hell you get so rich during a pandemic?
Because I'm gonna tell you, like people never stop spending. From ever since this COVID thing kicked off, I didn't see businesses, like a lot of businesses got shut down, but I didn't see some businesses just skyrocket, like like
Well, Amazon, one of them.
Lowe's existence, like at Lowe's, they never slowed down, never. Matter of fact, they made more during this pandemic than they did in the last couple of years.
Oh,
But
But
let me
you know
ask you this
why
though.
though? But you know why?
Was it these PP loans? These PPP loans? Do you think the PPP
Oh,
loans
people
had
getting
something to do?
it's PPP loans is, I mean, which
stimulus.
now just child tax credit. You got you had tax time. You had people getting more unemployed, getting paid more unemployment than to actually work. It was a lot of money coming out there. It's just all in how you managed it. You could come up real quick, and even in these stocks, it's just all in how you manage it. There's a lot of people that got super rich during this pandemic. Some suffered. I'm not gonna lie to you. I made a lot of money during this pandemic. I mean, it ain't like that for others, but I made a lot of money during this pandemic. And a lot of these companies have made a lot of money during this pandemic. People never slowed down.
They really have.
Even with prices increasing, you know what I'm saying? Like people are it's gonna happen. They just gonna spend it.
But all I know is it's gonna come back to bite a whole lot of people in the ass somewhere in there, because the PPP loans, that's gonna be they're coming back for that. All them stimulus checks that went out. When you go to file your taxes, don't ask why you ain't get no refund. You already got it. You already got it. So don't be sitting there wondering why you didn't get no refund. That's why you didn't get it, because you was getting it all during the pandemic. That was your refund.
Because you ain't never got that much money back. And
right.
And
you ain't gonna get nothing for a couple of years.
but the crazy thing is, even though, you know what I'm saying, we was receiving, that money during the pandemic, you won't get no other money. Like you won't, certain people won't working during the pandemic.
Right.
And that's the stimulus checks, that's what all they had to live off of.
But see, that's gonna be the kicker, because being that they ain't working nowhere, when you get ready to file your taxes the next year, you ain't got nothing to file.
Nope.
You got nothing to file. So that means you're gonna have to go to work somewhere.
And
all them people that got them PPP loans, oh yeah. How you gonna pay that back? You going to work somewhere.
Well, for one, you better make sure that all your stuff is legit and factual.
And a lot of them ain't legit.
Let's see.
A whole lot of people finna catch it. They don't even know it. That's the reason why I worked all that overtime and I stacked the whole time. So when we shut down, I was good. I was still paying my regular rent, my regular utilities, everything else. I kept doing as if I normally did.
Yeah.
When they called me back to work, I went back to work.
I was still working during the pandemic.
Right.
I missed like 2 months. I was out 2 months. But for the most part of the pandemic, I was working. I was taking vacations. I was living everyday normal life.
That's what I did. So
Well,
they told me I'd come back to work, I went back. But you got a lot of people who was getting unemployment, and they was called back to work and they didn't go. They kept getting unemployment.
You can
they finna catch you too.
You can you can actually escape the PP loan, from having to pay it back. You just have to make sure that it is forgiven.
They ain't gonna forgive everybody.
Yeah, and if it's not fully forgiven, then you will have to pay it. But you got 6 steps. 1 is using it for eligible expenses. 2 is keeping employee head count up. 3 is don't reduce an employee's wages by more than 25%. 4, document everything. 5, talk to the lender. 6, apply for loan forgiveness.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna see a whole lot of apply for loan forgiveness thing.
Like it can be done. And I mean, of course,
you just have to make doing it the right way. Listen, the numbers are out there, so you can see what businesses got what, and some of them, man, some of them sitting super pretty, man.
They are, because you showed me the list of it shows, because it's actually public record of the businesses of how much money they got with the PPP loans, and it shows you how much they actually got. And I mean, some of these businesses, I mean, we talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Man, how many doggone landscaping, hairdo, hell, beauticians? Oh, come on now. Ain't that many beauticians out there. Ain't that many beauticians out there. And they got, and if you got to be able to provide some kind of proof. I mean, come on now. You got to think about like stuff that you use, like ordering in bulk, stuff like that, receipts to show that you ordered stuff. You got to have something to show, and that's what's gonna hang a lot of people. It's gonna hang a lot of people.
You better use gas. You better use eating out.
They better use something. I gotta check my food.
That gonna Papa T gonna burn the house down, ain't it?
Yeah. You gotta check the plate. I gotta check my food.
Yeah, man. Cause like
a pandemic, man. You checking food? Come on here,
Ariel.
There's ways you can, it's just going about it the right way, the way you can get. But
which I mean, yeah, if you're going to everything about it the right way, you don't have nothing to worry about. Like, because I mean, if you have a legit business and you putting that money towards your business, your employees, and all of that, you have no problems. You know what I'm saying?
True. And if you got an LLC and you don't really have no people, I found out too, you can actually hire your kids if they're under the age of 18.
Yep. Which I mean, that's definitely something that we was looking towards anyway.
Yeah. Food ain't burned up.
Now, old lady ready to eat.
We good.
So I gotta go in here and finish cooking my food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go ahead and finish cooking my food.
But we didn't want to linger on it too long, man. We just wanted to get you guys takes and views on it, how y'all feel about it, the experiences.
Yeah.
We just shared a little bit how we felt about what's going on. Some stuff we're a little fishy on. Some stuff we can see. It's just a whole lot to, like I said, man, we're between that rock and that hard place, man. It's either you get the
you're being forced. It's kind of like taxes. They tell you have the option, you don't have to pay taxes. But we all know what's going to happen if you don't pay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much how this damn vaccine finna work. You got the option. You don't have to take it. They'll tell you, no, we're not forcing you to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like they tell you about your seatbelt. We're not forcing you to put a seatbelt on. Fuck around and get stopped. It ain't got it on. And watch what happens.
It's repercussions.
Right. So it's like they're forcing you indirectly. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of messed up. But they'll tell you, no, ain't nobody forcing you to take it. Yes, you are. Because the moment that you sit there and tell me that I could lose my job, I won't have access to this and access to that, you pretty much, that's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you're threatening me using my livelihood, how I make my money.
Through your employer, yeah.
Yeah, you're using them to get to me.
And the employers are still going to get paid. We'll cut your check.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you think about it, the average person, when you think about threatening their livelihood and they got to look at, taking care of their families and feeding their kids, whatever the case may be, they may not want to do it, but they're going to do it for the sole purpose of taking care of their family. And that's the main reason why they do it, because if that wasn't in the mix, they wouldn't take it. They would not take it. But because you're using their families as you pretty much just blackmailing them. It's really what you're doing.
Like, y'all remember seeing that story where it was saying like a lot of black people were avoiding avoiding the vaccine? Do y'all feel like the Tuskegee experiment?
That's pretty much why we don't trust it.
Make us not trust that vaccine.
It goes all the way back to that. They were feeding them guys, they were injecting them guys with syphilis and all that kind of mess.
Promising them free health care and all this other
Yeah. use them as guinea pigs.
And never gave
They
them.
know.
Yeah.
Never
It
gave him.
is what it is. But I look at it the same way. You put me in that spot where I can't take care of my family and I can't do what I need to do to take care of my, then I guess I'm going to have to do what I got to do. And there's a lot of guys saying the same thing.
Try.
When you put in that position, you're going to do what you got to do for your family. And just, like I said earlier, you know, hope for the best. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Expect the worst, but hope for the best.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
all. I mean, that's really all you can do. I mean, they just don't put you in that spot. They putting everybody in that spot. You got a lot of people that say they ain't. The only way you're going to be able to say, I'm not taking it, is your ass is rich. If you're a multi-million, if you got plenty of money, because best believe, there's a lot of them who ain't taking that vaccine. The ones who created it ain't even taking it. That should tell you something.
Makes me wonder if that's part of the reason why we got so many entrepreneurs and all this stuff now. Because people's like, look, my livelihood is threatened through my employer now, also through the government. You know, let me branch out on my own, set my own rules and standards, because they may not fall in the lines of what I believe or is helping me, especially health wise. So let me do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, check on that food. Look, we didn't want to hold people too long, man. We just wanted to chime in on it. We appreciate all of you guys' perspectives. And
Read that last comment, bro. That last comment on it.
My comments stop after a while. So the last thing I got is from Child Bella, which is I agree, Nisha the model.
Okay. Well, Chabella said we all going to die of something. Just make sure you have insurance to cover your funeral expenses.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. And listen, we're not telling people not to get the shot.
Nope.
We're not telling people to get the shot. It's solely your choice.
Yep.
I don't want to force it on anybody. I'm not gonna force it on anybody. I don't want anybody forcing it on me. All I'll say is do what's best for you and your family and what's going to progress you in life and keep you forward. So that's all I got on that.
Yeah. That's basically, we just throwing information out there. Not really trying to persuade anybody to get it or not to get it. Just putting information out there that's been put in videos and what we have observed through the last 2 years of this COVID-19. That's all. That's all we got for today, man. Definitely appreciate everybody coming on the live. JT, you got anything else before we end this?
All I'm gonna say is, y'all do what y'all gotta do. Take care of y'all's family. If you gotta take it, then you gotta take it. You gotta get it. But at the same damn time, ain't none of us multi-millionaires. We got our families that we got our loved ones we gotta take care of. It's messed up that a lot of people are gonna be forced to do it. And just hope and pray for the best. That's all I can say. I mean, ain't nothing else you left to do.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So everybody just take care of yourself. Try to start doing something, exercise, do something. I mean, don't solely depend on that shit. Because I don't believe it. So, just try to do a little something to help benefit yourself. Lose some weight, get out there, exercise, get active, something.
Yeah. I'll tell you one good thing to do, man. Fast. Give your body time. Give your body time to recuperate, to break all that bullshit and get things
release all those toxins in your body.
Yeah. Fast.
And and take your
That stuff right there, that Irish sea mouse.
take your
Get you some.
take your
Definitely get
multivitamins, man.
you moss.
Take your
Definitely Irish sea moss.
multivitamins. Get your Irish sea moss. Definitely gonna help you out. Trust me. But we
So,
or you got something else you want to add, bro? Before we roll out.
man, I just wanted to say, man, because I'm a big advocate of that sea moss. If you have thyroid problems, immunity, gut problems, or if you're just trying to lose weight, heart health, blood sugar management, Irish sea moss. Irish sea moss is
Absolutely.
the way to go.
Absolutely.
That's all I got.
Well, definitely appreciate everybody coming on the live today. Of course, everybody know that if you've been in the topic of today was COVID-19, and we just wanted to just shine some light on it, and uh, you know, she said where to get it from.
You can get it on Amazon.
You can get it. You can get ours. You get the sea moss on Amazon. It's
Hold
multiple
on.
different.
I got one for
What's up?
y'all. Hold on. I'm going to put it down in the comments.
Yeah, go ahead and put it in the comments so they can be able to see it while we
Hold on, let me make sure I'm giving them the right one. I don't want to kill.
you giving it Cole's Corner.
You know it.
Yeah, that's the best one that I've seen so far. That one's been real good to me. Yeah, the Irish is
There
Irish.
we go. That's what it has on it. That's it right there.
Yep, bro just posted. It's on that website right there. That's where you can get the Irish sea moss from, and they have it in elderberry gel form, and they have it in the peels. They
Hold
got the
on. Hold
peels
on.
on there too.
I'm going to show them what it looks like, bro. Hold on 1 second.
All right. They got it the peel form. They got it in the gel form. They have the regular sea moss, Irish sea moss. That's like this kind of like tan gel. Also they have in elderberry, which is like purple gel, which is it's some of the best stuff known to man. Then bro's about to show you the kind that has the elderberry in it, and yeah, that stuff works wonders. I remember I took it. I was my allergies were messing up, and in a matter of like really a day, like it cleared my whole nose up and everything. I didn't even have any problems breathing anymore. So the stuff works. The stuff is legit. So um, definitely, if you don't have any, definitely need to get you some.
Yes, definitely get that stuff.
And it's www.colescorner.com. That's the one that we use. And it might be a little bit expensive, but it's
Hey, health
definitely
is
worth it.
wealth.
Health is wealth. It's
The sea moss can more than 90% of nutrients our body needs. So it's got 92 of the 110 minerals the body is made from. It's called the powerhouse. So I strongly urge that. You talking about making it through a pandemic and dealing with people on a daily. This is what got me through. This is what kept me in good health.
Yep, me too. And I've never had the virus. Bruh, he's never had the virus. None of us has not had the virus. And we stay up with this RC moss. We stay up with our multivitamins. We make sure we keep our immune system built up. And we've been fortunate to have great health while this pandemic has been going on. So
Right. And me, myself, I went to, let me see, not Tennessee, Florida, when they were talking about it was all over the place. Nothing. I went to, where else? Went to the beach. Nothing.
I've been
I mean,
well, y'all already know, man. I went on a cross country road trip. I was in California, in the middle. I'm talking about in the middle of the pain.
right.
I was in California, Las Vegas, Texas, Houston, Dallas, Phoenix, Arizona, um, uh, Miami. Um, I've been all of these places all over the United States, and all I can say is I've built up my immune system, and I've been great.
Man,
I've had
y'all ain't been nowhere, man. I was down in Chatham by the courthouse, and I,
boy, you some food. Boy, you some food.
nah,
And,
no, I'm just messing.
and to me, and actually, it's right there. And actually, I've probably been more healthy in the last 2 years than I have in the last probably 12. By taking the Irish sea moss and taking my multivitamins every single day. I've been in the best bill of health, so um, can't be nothing but thankful for that.
Energy. It
You
gives
said
you so
what?
much energy. It gives you so much
Absolutely.
energy, and if you really have problems
Hey,
with your stomach and stuff like that, it dies you. I'm gonna tell you though. I will tell you this. For me, it made me really, really hungry, like really hungry. Like it allows me to digest my food so much better and faster. So that may be one thing. But outside of that, man, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Irish sea moss.
She said she don't see it.
Huh?
She said she don't see it.
it should be on the regular jail form.
When you go on there, click the three lines that's at the top, and then you'll see sea moss jail. Click on that.
Yep. And trust me, within the first week, you're gonna feel a difference within your body. Trust and believe that.
I do twice a day. I do once in the morning before I dip off to work, and then I do another one at night before bed.
Yep. That's the best thing to do. Uh, before you in the morning when you wake up, and then before you go to bed. That's what I do usually do as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get off of here, man. Definitely appreciate everybody that came on the live, listen to us talk about COVID-19, and just shed some light on things and everything. Like we said before, we not doctors and all of this and that. We ain't got no PhD and nothing like that. We just wanted to, shine the light on the videos that we've seen from not only doctors but uh, politicians and all of that type of stuff. And we just wanted to, throw it out there. Just wanted to see what y'all's take on it was. But definitely, like I said before, we appreciate everybody coming on the live. And we're going to try to do open talk this week, this Wednesday, since we missed it. And because I really do enjoy open talk. I don't know about y'all too, but I really do enjoy
Oh
open
yes.
open
Oh
talk.
yeah.
Open talk is just so great, man. I just love
It
it.
could go anywhere.
It can go anywhere. I love the energy.
Man, look, we like to talk about more stuff than relationships. So please don't, don't, man. Look, I don't. We can talk about a wide array of things, and we'll
Absolutely.
relationship stuff. But man, God,
Yeah,
we
I mean,
some other relationships and with guys and females.
because I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I do feel like we should be getting paid for some of this free game we giving y'all. I mean, we really be giving y'all free game on how me, and this is coming from three men, and we giving you a whole lot of free game. that
Pretty
a
good.
lot a lot of women pay for. This is like they really pay for this type of knowledge because they want to know how a man thinks. So, uh, you know, open talk. We love talking about relationships, but we not one dimensional. We definitely like
Cough. Mm.
we like talking about other things, man. So if y'all got something else that we can talk about, we would highly appreciate it because we multidimensional. We got more things in the bag. Trust and believe. That's why, of course, this topic was a lot different than our normal topics because we like to talk about other things other than men and women and relationships and stuff like that. So let's bring another art to
Yep.
the table, But of course, Wednesdays 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, open talk. Definitely having it this week. Last week, of course, we didn't have it, but we're definitely having it this week. And if anybody else ain't got nothing else to say, y'all know what time it is. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Deuces.